Do your legs often feel swollen, heavy, or tight, especially toward the end of the day? If so, you're not alone. Leg swelling or edema is a common issue in older adults. And while it may seem like just a nuisance, it can actually be a sign of underlying issues with the heart, kidneys, or circulation. What many people don't realize is that the foods we eat, particularly certain types of fruit and nuts, can either make swelling worse or help reduce it naturally. Some snacks that seem healthy on the surface may be loaded with sodium, sugar, or inflammatory compounds that quietly add stress to your body. In today's video, I'll walk you through three popular nuts that older adults with leg swelling should avoid. And more importantly, I'll also share nuts that can help improve circulation, fight inflammation, and reduce fluid retention, all backed by research from trusted medical sources. If you or a loved one has been dealing with persistent leg swelling, make sure to watch this video until the end. And if the information is helpful, please click like, subscribe to our channel, Senior Health Master 247, and share this video so more people in our community can benefit. Now let's get started with the foods you may need to rethink. Salted peanuts, a salty favorite that may quietly worsen leg swelling. While salted peanuts may seem like a convenient and familiar snack, especially for older adults who enjoy a crunchy, savory bite, they can pose hidden risks for those dealing with leg swelling, peripheral edema. Though often considered a healthy plant-based protein source, salted peanuts contain certain components, especially excess sodium, that can make water retention and swelling in the lower limbs much worse, particularly in seniors with heart, kidney, or vascular conditions. The biggest concern with salted peanuts is their high sodium content. Just 1 ounce, about 28 grams of salted peanuts contains around 120 to 150 milligrams of sodium, depending on the brand and preparation method, USDA Food Data Central. For comparison, the American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day for older adults, especially those with high blood pressure, heart disease, or chronic kidney disease, conditions often linked to leg swelling. Consuming just 2 small servings of salted peanuts could contribute to up to 20% of your total daily sodium limit, which adds up quickly when combined with other common foods. Excess sodium leads to fluid retention because it disrupts the delicate balance of electrolytes in the body. When sodium levels are high, the body retains water to dilute it. This can result in increased blood volume and pressure, putting additional strain on the blood vessels, especially in the legs, where fluid tends to pool due to gravity. In older adults whose circulation and kidney function may already be compromised, this can significantly worsen edema, making the legs feel heavy, stiff, or even painful. Additionally, many commercially available salted peanuts are roasted in refined vegetable oils, such as palm or soybean oil. These oils, when heated, can become pro-inflammatory, especially if consumed frequently. Chronic inflammation contributes to vascular dysfunction and poor capillary health, further aggravating the tendency to retain fluid in soft tissues. Moreover, while peanuts themselves are high in protein and contain some beneficial nutrients like magnesium and folate, they are technically legumes, not true nuts. This matters because peanuts are more likely to trigger food sensitivities or mild inflammatory responses in some individuals, especially those with existing immune or metabolic conditions. In conclusion, while peanuts in their natural form may offer some nutritional value, salted, oil-roasted peanuts are not recommended for seniors experiencing leg swelling. Next up, another popular snack with hidden risks, salted cashews. Salted cashews, a creamy treat that could be adding to your leg swelling. Cashews are often seen as one of the most delicious and indulgent nuts, with a rich, buttery texture that makes them hard to resist. But when roasted and salted, cashews can quietly contribute to health issues many seniors struggle with, fluid retention, and leg swelling, edema. While cashews do have some nutritional benefits in their raw form, the salted and roasted version introduces a combination of elements, sodium, oil, and concentrated calories, that can worsen lower limb edema, particularly in those with underlying cardiovascular or kidney concerns. Let's start with sodium. Just 1 ounce, about 18 roasted salted cashews, contains around 180 to 200 milligrams of sodium, depending on the brand and processing method. USDA Food Data Central. For a senior aiming to stay under 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day, this small snack can quickly become problematic, especially when paired with other high-sodium foods like canned soups, deli meats, or bread. Excess sodium pulls water into the bloodstream, increasing blood volume and exerting more pressure on the capillaries, which can cause or worsen fluid leakage into soft tissues, most noticeably in the legs, ankles, and feet. In addition to salt, roasted cashews are often prepared using refined vegetable oils like canola or soybean oil. These oils, especially when heated at high temperatures, can create oxidized fats that trigger low-grade inflammation. In seniors with already weakened blood vessel integrity or chronic inflammatory conditions like arthritis or diabetes, this additional inflammation compromises circulation and may slow the reabsorption of fluid from swollen tissues. Another less-known concern is that cashews are moderately high in potassium, around 187 milligrams per ounce. While potassium is a crucial mineral for heart and muscle function, in individuals with impaired kidney function, even moderate amounts can build up and affect fluid balance and heart rhythm. The combination of sodium, oil, and potassium in salted, roasted cashews can be overwhelming for the kidneys, particularly if consumed regularly and in large portions. Cashews are also naturally high in oxalates, compounds that, in sensitive individuals or those prone to kidney issues, can contribute to kidney stone formation or increase renal stress. This again places more burden on the body's ability to regulate fluid, potentially leading to worsening edema. In summary, while cashews can be part of a balanced diet when eaten raw and unsalted in small quantities, the salted, roasted version is best avoided by older adults struggling with leg swelling. Now, let's move on to macadamia nuts, which may be even more problematic. Number 3, salted macadamia nuts, rich in flavor, risky for leg swelling. Macadamia nuts are often praised for their luxurious texture and rich, buttery flavor. For many seniors, they may feel like a healthy indulgence, especially when marketed as heart-friendly, due to their high monounsaturated fat content. However, when roasted with salt, macadamia nuts can become a stealthy contributor to fluid retention and leg swelling, particularly in individuals managing conditions like heart failure, kidney dysfunction, or chronic venous insufficiency. One of the primary concerns with salted macadamia nuts is their sodium content. A typical 1 ounce, 28-gram serving contains between 100 and 150 milligrams of sodium, depending on the brand. USDA Food Data Central. For older adults advised to stay under 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day, this snack alone can account for up to 10 to the daily limit. Sodium, as we know, plays a major role in fluid balance. Excess sodium pulls water into the bloodstream and promotes edema, especially in the lower limbs where fluid can pool due to gravity and compromise circulation. Additionally, most salted macadamia nuts are oil roasted, often using industrial vegetable oils like canola or soybean oil. These oils, when exposed to high heat, can oxidize and contribute to low-grade systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation negatively impacts capillary integrity and lymphatic drainage, both of which are vital in preventing and managing fluid retention. While macadamias naturally contain monounsaturated fats that may support heart health in some individuals, they are also extremely calorie-dense, providing around 200 to 220 calories per 1 ounce serving. For seniors with a slower metabolism or restricted mobility, excess caloric intake can easily lead to weight gain, which in turn puts additional pressure on veins and lymph vessels, worsening swelling in the legs and feet. Moreover, macadamia nuts contain minimal omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their anti-inflammatory benefits. In contrast, other nuts such as walnuts provide a better balance between omega-3s and overall fat content, offering more support for vascular health and inflammation control, key issues in edema management. In summary, while raw macadamia nuts in very small amounts may have a place in a carefully managed diet, salted, oil-roasted macadamia nuts should be avoided by seniors dealing with leg swelling. The combination of sodium, oil, inflammation, and caloric density makes them less suitable compared to other unsalted, dry-roasted nuts that promote circulation and fluid balance. Salted peanuts, salted cashews, and salted macadamia nuts may be flavorful and familiar, but for older adults dealing with leg swelling, they're best avoided. These nuts are often high in sodium, which causes the body to retain water, directly contributing to fluid buildup in the lower legs and feet. They're also typically roasted in unhealthy oils, which can trigger low-grade inflammation and weaken blood vessels. Add to that their high-calorie content, and you have a recipe for weight gain and poor circulation, two things that only make swelling worse. The good news is not all nuts are bad news. In fact, some, when eaten unsalted and in moderation, can actually help reduce swelling, improve circulation, and support overall heart and kidney health. Let's begin with one of the best options for seniors, the nutrient-rich and heart-healthy almond. Almonds, a heart-healthy nut that supports circulation and reduces leg swelling. Naturally, for older adults dealing with leg swelling, also known as peripheral edema, managing fluid retention isn't just about cutting salt. It's also about choosing foods that actively support better circulation and reduce inflammation. One such food is the humble almond, a nutrient-dense nut that, when eaten unsalted and in moderation, can play a meaningful role in helping reduce swelling in the legs and ankles. What makes almonds particularly helpful is their impressive content of vitamin E, magnesium, monounsaturated fats, and fiber, a combination that has been shown to support vascular health, lower blood pressure, and reduce chronic inflammation. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, 1 ounce, 28 grams of raw almonds contains 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E, nearly 50% of the daily recommended intake, 76 milligrams of magnesium, 5 grams of fiber, and 3 grams of heart-healthy fats, primarily monounsaturated. These nutrients work together to improve the elasticity of blood vessels, promote healthy blood flow, and support the kidney's ability to excrete excess sodium and fluid, key components in the management of edema. In fact, a study published in the journal Circulation, a publication of the American Heart Association, found that diets rich in nuts like almonds were associated with lower levels of systemic inflammation and improved vascular function, both critical for seniors with compromised circulation. Magnesium, in particular, plays a vital role in regulating fluid balance and nerve function. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, low magnesium levels are linked to increased blood pressure and water retention, two factors that exacerbate leg swelling. Almonds provide a convenient, natural source of this essential mineral without the added sodium found in processed snacks. Additionally, almonds have a low glycemic index and help stabilize blood sugar levels, which is especially important for older adults with diabetes or insulin resistance, conditions that can contribute to capillary damage and fluid leakage into tissues. It's important, however, to consume almonds plain, unsalted, and preferably dry roasted. Salted versions can negate many of the benefits, especially for those watching their sodium intake. A recommended serving is about 1 ounce per day, roughly 23 almonds, as part of a balanced anti-inflammatory diet. In summary, almonds aren't just a healthy snack, they're a functional food that supports circulation, reduces inflammation, and helps regulate the fluid dynamics that underlie leg swelling in older adults. When chosen and consumed wisely, they can be a small but powerful addition to your daily health routine. Almonds are a smart, heart-friendly choice, but they're not the only nut that supports circulation and reduces swelling. Let's turn to another powerhouse, the walnut. Number 2, walnuts, a powerful anti-inflammatory nut that supports circulation and eases swelling. When it comes to managing leg swelling in older adults, choosing the right foods can make a noticeable difference, not just in how you feel, but in how your body functions. One of the most beneficial nuts in this regard is the walnut. Thanks to its unique nutritional profile, walnuts are known for their ability to reduce inflammation, support healthy blood vessels, and improve circulation, making them an ideal food for seniors dealing with peripheral edema. What sets walnuts apart is their high content of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. According to the USDA, just 1 ounce of walnuts, about 14 halves, provides approximately 2.5 grams of ALA, which exceeds the recommended daily intake for most adults. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has published multiple studies showing that ALA has strong anti-inflammatory effects, helping reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation that contributes to fluid leakage from blood vessels into soft tissue, a key mechanism behind swelling in the lower limbs. In addition to omega-3s, walnuts are rich in polyphenols, magnesium, and fiber, all of which support vascular health. A study published in Circulation Research 2020 found that regular walnut consumption improved endothelial function, meaning the inner lining of blood vessels became more responsive and less prone to leakage. This is especially important for seniors with hypertension, diabetes, or early-stage heart failure, conditions that impair vascular integrity and contribute to swelling. Walnuts also provide about 125 centers of potassium and 44 milligrams of magnesium per ounce, two minerals that work together to regulate fluid balance and blood pressure. While the potassium content in walnuts is modest compared to other foods, it is balanced with a very low sodium content, just 1-2 million per serving, making them a safe choice even for seniors on sodium-restricted diets. Furthermore, walnuts have been shown to improve lipid profiles by lowering LDL, bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL, good cholesterol, helping to protect against cardiovascular strain, a major contributor to fluid retention in the lower body. The New England Journal of Medicine, 2013, reported that diets enriched with nuts, especially walnuts, reduce cardiovascular events in older adults at risk. For best results, walnuts should be consumed raw or dry roasted, without added salt or sugar. A typical serving of 1 ounce per day can be safely incorporated into breakfast, sprinkled on oatmeal, snacks mixed with fruit, or even blended into smoothies. If almonds are known for their magnesium and vitamin E, and walnuts shine with their anti-inflammatory omega-3s, then pistachios offer something different, but equally important. Let's take a closer look. Number 3, pistachios, a vascular supportive snack that helps reduce swelling and improve circulation. Among the wide variety of nuts available, pistachios stand out as one of the most well-balanced options for older adults, especially those dealing with leg swelling or fluid retention. When eaten unsalted and in moderation, pistachios offer a unique combination of nutrients that support vascular health, reduce inflammation, and promote better fluid balance, all essential factors in managing peripheral edema in seniors. One of the key components in pistachios is L-arginine, an amino acid that helps the body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This vasodilation improves circulation and reduces pressure in capillaries, crucial for preventing the kind of fluid leakage that leads to swelling in the legs and ankles. According to a 2014 study published in the journal Hypertension, regular intake of L-arginine from dietary sources such as pistachios may help lower blood pressure and improve endothelial function, especially in older adults. Pistachios are also rich in potassium, a mineral that helps regulate sodium levels and fluid balance. A 1-ounce 28g serving of unsalted pistachios contains approximately 290 millimoles of potassium and only 0 to 2 milligrams of sodium, making them a heart-friendly snack option for seniors who need to manage high blood pressure and water retention. As noted by the National Kidney Foundation, potassium plays a key role in supporting kidney function and preventing fluid buildup, both important in reducing swelling. In addition to potassium and arginine, pistachios contain monounsaturated fats, fiber, about 3g per ounce, vitamin B6, and antioxidants such as lutein and gamma-tocopherol. These compounds work together to reduce systemic inflammation and protect the integrity of small blood vessels, which are often weakened in individuals with diabetes, hypertension, or chronic venous insufficiency, all common in older adults experiencing leg swelling. A randomized clinical trial published in Metabolism, Clinical and Experimental 2010 showed that participants who consumed pistachios daily experienced improved vascular reactivity, lower markers of inflammation, and better lipid profiles, factors directly linked to healthier circulation and reduced risk of edema. For optimal benefit, seniors should choose unsalted, dry-roasted pistachios and limit portions to 1 ounce per day, about 49 kernels. They can be enjoyed as a standalone snack, mixed into salads, or added to oatmeal or yogurt for a nutrient-rich boost. In summary, pistachios aren't just delicious. They're a functional food that supports blood vessel health, reduces salt-induced fluid retention, and helps relieve swelling naturally. For older adults looking to improve comfort and mobility, pistachios are a smart and tasty ally. We've just walked through some of the most common but misunderstood foods that can either worsen or relieve swelling in the legs, something so many seniors deal with, often without realizing food plays such a big role. To recap, salted peanuts, salted cashews, and salted macadamia nuts may taste great, but their high sodium, oil content, and inflammatory effects can quietly make leg swelling worse over time. On the other hand, unsalted almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, when eaten in moderation, provide powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients, support better circulation, and help regulate fluid balance naturally and safely. Remember, taking control of your health doesn't always require a major overhaul. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing the right foods, in the right form, and in the right amount. If this video has given you something valuable to think about, or better yet, something you can put into action today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, Senior Health Master 247, and share it with someone you care about. You never know who might need this information. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay healthy, stay active, and take care of those legs. They carry you through life.